Welcome to Hitman tier ranking. I'm gonna go through all the locations from the first three games. Sorry, not from the latest trilogy, and I'm gonna give my opinion which one I like the most, which one I don't. All right, let's get started. Starting from my CA facility, I think it was a good training map, so I'll put it in B. From there, we went on to Paris. Paris was a good introduction mission. It was tough for me, so I'll put it in B again. Then we go to Sapienza. This was more open and very free map. We'll give this an A. From there we went to Marrakesh. Marrakesh was definitely A. From there, the next one was Bangkok. Bangkok, also A. This was a small map in the hotel. And there were a lot of creative ways to do the assassination. You could get one of the targets to kill the other targets, so I like that. This was a fun map. Also, Marrakesh had a lot of Easter eggs as well, where you could get the military dance, and yeah, that one was quite nice. Then from Bangkok, we went to Colorado, which was awful, too big, and too many targets. There were 4 targets to cover and a really big map, which is annoying. Yeah, they would go around, so we had to go run around like idiots and get them. From there was the finale of Hitman 1, which was in Hokkaido. And Hokkaido is definitely an S tier map. Really fun. Good concept, cool concept. I like that. Gonna give it an S. The first S tier map that I experienced. Although I didn't feel like it was really good when I first played it, but when I played it again in the third game, I really enjoyed it. Alright, so now starting with Hitman 2 maps. First one was Miami. It was flawless, amazing. The whole street circuit area with a museum, beautiful. So many creative ways to do the assassinations, challenges. It was a lot of fun. And that set a standard for the Hitman 2 to follow up. Alright. Then I think from Miami, we went to, where was it? Santa Fortuna, if I'm correct. Yeah, Santa Fortuna. Santa Fortuna was a C for me. It was a big map. It was similar to Colorado, but in this sense, I really liked the area with the jungle area where there was a shaman and you could take some poisons and be creative with it. So it was that area was quite nice. But apart from that, I didn't really enjoy it that much. Then we had Mumbai. Mumbai was a B, a dense map, and quite diverse. I loved the dialogues in this. Probably one of the best maps with the best dialogues. So, but still, the map was very dense and it was quite challenging and confusing because of how dense it was. Right. So similar to Paris, that's what I felt. Also, I'll give it a B. Then we have Littleton Creek. This is a similar map to one of the maps from the previous games, and well, it was quite nostalgic in a way. For me, still a B. There was this mission to, like, besides the assassination, we had to collect some evidence, so that was a letdown. Other than that, it was okay. Like, it's just going around houses. Like, I'm not a big fan of going infiltrating houses. I want missions to be like set up in prisons and stuff like that, where it's a bit challenging, like how we had Hokkaido. All right, and then we had the finale of Hitman 2, yeah. So this was Isle of Scale. Really, I don't know. This some people did not quite enjoy it as much from what I read online, but to me it was a fun map with a whole disguise. There were a lot of different disguises to put on, and the whole setup of the show, quite enjoyed it. It was nice. Then we had the DLC maps, which was New York and Haven Island. So New York was an S tier for me because of the whole bank heist, and then you had to infiltrate the bank and to do the mission. So S tier. Then we had Haven Island. I think this was a C. It was nice, bright map, but unfortunately too big. The targets were spread around, so you had to run quite a lot to do this. Then that was the end of Hitman 2 DLC. Then we had Hitman 3. Oh no, oh, I missed out Hawke's Bay. Yeah, sorry. Hey, it was a good, really good way to start or set up the game. So I'll put that in A tier. Then going to the final Hitman 3 maps, starting with Dubai was S. I think, yeah, you got to experience how good the graphics were in the third game and the lighting, and there wasn't any filter. Like most of the maps for some reason had like a weird filter, but like the maps which was in open daylight, so they had less off filter, so I like that. But besides that, I think I had really cool assassinations as well. So from there we went to Dartmoor. Again, a really good map because of the story that goes into this map, and there was a murder mystery to solve. We could act like a detective, which is really fun. It reminded me of Batman games. Then we had Berlin. I really loved Berlin because of the whole atmosphere, and the sound design on this map was just terrific. Then we had China. China was an A. I really liked the neon effect on the maps and the game, so they did a good job with the lighting system. We had Mendoza. Mendoza was around, I think it was C for me. It was kind of a letdown. Like after playing really good maps, or 3 or 4 really good maps in a row, and then there was Mendoza where we had 2 targets, and one of the targets was super easy to get to. Didn't have like much of a challenge because I was expecting, like, after playing these 4, they would up the game and up the difficulty a bit, but it was the opposite. And then finally, the last map, Romania. That's what I think of it, and it was sad that it ended that way.